factory. All the essentials and more. All three devices were loved by the media and was really praised for its performance and value. But not just media, we received fan feedback on social media as well as from all over the world, telling us how they really enjoyed the smartphone we released. And recently, we launched a new Poco official website. As of right now, we have shipped out more than 13 million Poco smartphones all around the world. As a 3-year-old brand, this was an achievement that we are really proud of and gives the Poco team more confident than ever. But what's even more amazing is that we have over 4 million shipments in one specific model, the Poco X3 NFC, in just 7 months of launch. This was the result we didn't
इब्राहिम इसको थोड़ा सा ये करो LCD के बराबर
इससे with our philosophy of exactly what you need, we were able to nail down camera, design, performance, and battery. This is why Poco X3 NFC.
तो फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे Poco X3 Pro का लॉन्च इवेंट चल रहा है इस फोन का.
Users loved it. But at Poco, we want to make sure we can do more. Making sure we meet even more fancies. Let's talk about exactly what you need and more. Introducing the latest X series, Poco X3 Pro. The keyword for the smartphone is more. We're going to talk about some of the upgrades it's gotten over its previous generation. The Poco X3 NFC. First, we have more performance. Now last year, with the Poco X3 NFC, we globally debuted 732G, a great mid-range chipset. But some fans may think X series is a mid-range segment. We will most likely launch a better 700 series, offering a better mid-range performance. But actually, for the Pro, we are going to take it up one notch, offering flagship performance. For the Poco X3 Pro, we will be releasing the leading 4G processor in 2021. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 860. The Poco X3 Pro is actually the
फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे फर्स्ट टाइम हमारे पास 860 जो है स्नैपड्रैगन आ रहा है इसके अंदर. बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त एक गेमिंग फ़ोन होने वाला है ये.
As an 800 series processor, it uses a flagship structure and only a 7.
शाह जी वालेकुम सलाम. आप हमारे साथ देखें अभी, फिर मैं एंड पे आपके क्वेश्चंस के आंसर दूंगा.
High 2.9 GHz prime core, offering a ton of speed and power. So if you compare the Snapdragon 860 to 865, which was last year's flagship, there are a lot of similarities. 800 series structure with 1 prime core, 3 performance cores, and 4 efficiency cores. 700 series usually do 2 performance cores and 6 efficiency cores, lacking that big prime core. Octa-core with 7 NM process. The GPU is also Adreno 600 series. Let's take a look at its GPU actually. The Snapdragon 860 comes with Qualcomm Adreno 640, offering smooth gaming, and we did a frame per second test on this.
तो यहाँ पर बहुत ही स्मूथ गेमिंग होने वाली है हमारी Poco X3 Pro की.
Popular game around right now. The result was quite amazing. Using the Snapdragon
फोन दो
860,
फोन
we were able to get a
और जाओ.
stable 50 frames per second on average on high settings. I can confidently say that in the 4G processor segment, there isn't many chipsets that can perform this well
जिसने हमारे साथ ज्वाइन किया उनका बहुत शुक्रिया। तो यहाँ पर आपको बताता जाऊँ जिन्होंने अभी ज्वाइन किया है, ये पोको X3 Pro का लाइव इवेंट चल रहा है और इसके फ़ौरन बाद ही हम आपको इसकी अनबॉक्सिंग दिखाएंगे।
and video editing faster and quicker. So, the combination of great CPU, GPU, and AI, the Poco X3 Pro Snapdragon 860 scored a very high benchmark of around 490,000. Among the 4G chipsets, this is one of the best scores, if not the best.
तो यहाँ पर आप स्कोर देख सकते हैं पोको X3 Pro का, बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त, बहुत हाईएस्ट हमारे पास का ये स्कोर है।
Now, if we take one of the most commonly used 4G processor in the market in the last year or two and compare, Snapdragon 720G has an average ATUTU score of almost 280,000, is 76% in difference compared to the 860. The performance difference is massive. But not only that, let's compare it with another 700 series. The Snapdragon 765G is a 5G chipset, one of the best processors in 700 series. Regardless of 4G or 5G, the difference is still very obvious. Snapdragon 860 has 52% better performance. Now, some fans across the stream may be wondering how come we are comparing 700 series. Well, 700 series is a standard for mid-range smartphones. At Poco, we are raising that standard and showing our fans it's most certainly possible to put an 800 series in the mid-range segment. It's simple. Poco X3 Pro offers flagship 4G performance. But processor isn't the only part we've made a change to. We also added UFS 3.1, which is a standard in high-end flagships these days, but pretty rare in the mid-range. Having UFS 3.1, we can get write speed up to 198% faster than 2.1. It's the perfect combination with the 860. And for our UFS 3.1, you can now get up to 256 GB of internal storage.
तो यहाँ पे जनाब हमें बहुत ही अमेजिंग स्टोरेज मिली है इतनी कम प्राइस के अंदर, जो कि हमारे पास है 256 GB स्टोरेज।
Also have shocking expandable storage up to 1 terabyte. That's amazing. You could potentially have almost 1.3 terabyte of storage space on the Poco X3 Pro. Just think about it for a second. That's more storage space than most standard laptops. Of course,
इतने स्टोरेज देखिए आपको लैपटॉप में मिलते हैं जितने ये लोग हम पोको X3 के अंदर
only for the Poco X3
ऑफर कर रहे हैं।
We are giving more RAM as well in the Poco X3 Pro, up to 8 GB, flagship level RAM size. So actually, we didn't just upgrade 4G performance. We did the whole package, offering a complete flagship performance. Snapdragon 860, the leading 4G processor, up to 8 GB of RAM, flagship level, and UFS 3.1, up to 256 GB and still kept expandable storage and pushed it to 1 terabyte. All of these performance providing more speed and power for your daily usage. Powering all of this, we still have a huge battery of 5160 mAh.
तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं बहुत ही बड़ी हमारे पास बैटरी है 5160 mAh की, आप चेक कर सकते हैं इस फ़ोन के अंदर, और बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त में आपको बैटरी टाइमिंग मिलने वाली है।
And many people claiming this is one of the best battery phone out there in the market. Even with an 800 series processor, we're still getting great single usage time. 11 hours of gaming.
आप इसमें 11 घंटे तक गेमिंग कर सकते हैं फ्रेंड्स, एक सिंगल चार्ज के साथ।
Of video playback.
और यहाँ पर आप वीडियो प्ले भी देख सकते हैं, बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त है हमारे पास।
Of 1080 pixels video recording. And when you do need to charge, it really doesn't take long. With our MMT 33 watt fast charging, minutes.
तो यहाँ पर आप अपनी बैटरी जो है वो 1 घंटे से भी कम यानी 59 मिनट्स के अंदर 100% चार्ज कर सकते हैं 0 से 100।
Now, the battery can last over 2 days easily. I usually charge it in the morning, and when I wake up and when I leave for work, it's all used up. Super convenient. Poco X3 Pro, more performance with flagship 4G processor, flagship 8 GB RAM.
तो यहाँ पे जी आपको 8 GB रैम मिलती है फ्लैगशिप लेवल की, और स्टोरेज जो है वो भी हमारे पास फ्लैगशिप लेवल फ़ोन्स की है 256 GB स्टोरेज,
160 mAh battery with 33 watt fast charging.
और साथ में आपको 33 वाट फास्ट चार्जिंग भी मिलती है जी।
The liquid cooled technology 1.0 plus.
और उसके साथ साथ इसके अंदर एक कूलिंग सिस्टम है जिससे आपका फ़ोन जो है वो हीटअप नहीं होने वाला।
This is exactly the performance you need and more. Now, thanks to the performance upgrade, the Poco X3 Pro can get even more creative than before. Using the 860 with the AI performance boost. More software.
इसमें जी आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस है जो कि आपके मोबाइल को बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त परफॉर्मेंस देने वाला है। तो अब हम कैमरास के बारे में यहाँ पे बात कर रहे हैं।
A 48 megapixel main camera using the Sony IMX 582 sensor, 190-degree ultra wide angle camera, a macro camera and a depth sensor. Let's check out some sample shots. First is the main camera.
तो यहाँ पे जी सबसे पहले हमारे पास जो मेन कैमरा है,
And shot the gear setup. As you can see, the focus and the coloring on the gear is on point. How different light in the background give it shapes on the metal finish. But if you go closer, we can see some really cool details. Once you use a macro camera and shoot closer, you can actually see the water droplets on the gears.
वाह। तो फ्रेंड्स ये इसका मैक्रो कैमरा का रिजल्ट था, आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं कितना ज़बरदस्त।
We have portrait shot.
और यहाँ पे आप पोर्ट्रेट शॉट्स ले सकते हैं।
This mode, you can see how it captured with great details and blurring the background, only focusing on the model. Very easy to use. And we have the 190 ultra wide, which is great for architectural shots like this. You can see how even with the wide angle, you can still maintain the brightness contrast. But with Snapdragon 860 AI capabilities, with which we can capture not just during the day, but also night. In this mode,
यहाँ पे आप देखें जनाब इसका नाइट मोड बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त है जी हमारे पास, आप देख सकते हैं।
it actually boosts the brightness contrast.
जिनने हमारे साथ ज्वाइन किया उनका बहुत शुक्रिया। और अगर आप इसकी प्राइस गेस करके बताएं मुझे कि क्या प्राइस होने वाली है यहाँ पे।
With night scenery shots of cities. But most importantly, we do have the video features that's powered by the Snapdragon 860. Let's check it out.
तो यहाँ पे आप देखते हैं जी अब वीडियो क्लोन इसका ज़बरदस्त प्रोसेसर के साथ। अब हम आपको दिखाते हैं जी ड्यूल वीडियो, जहाँ पे आप फ्रंट और बैक दोनों कैमरास के साथ इसमें वीडियो शूट कर सकते हैं। इसमें फ्रंट और बैक दोनों कैमरा जो है वो एट अ टाइम यहाँ पे चल रहे हैं।
That was an awesome new video mode. To support this mode, we also have a 20 megapixel in-display front camera, in which we also added a new feature.
और फ्रंट पे आपको मिलता है जी 20 मेगापिक्सल का फ्रंट कैमरा।
I don't usually take selfies, but when I do, I often find myself usually taking selfies in a pretty dark environment.
तो यहाँ पे बहुत ही प्यारा ये इसका मोड है, नाइट मोड सेल्फी। आप देख सकते हैं बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त हमारे पास सेल्फी थी है।
More software features powered by the Snapdragon 860 and maintaining a quad camera setup from the last generation. You will get a lot of versatile content to play on and rule over the social media space. Make sure you go explore other amazing features in the Poco X3 Pro, which are a lot. Now, for design, we've also changed a little. The Poco X3 NFC was a unique looking device, but we wanted to make it even cooler than before. First, we still kept the Poco reflective chroma design. Still, a standout design.
तो यहाँ पे बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त का रिफ्लेक्टिव डिज़ाइन है। अभी हम इसकी अनबॉक्सिंग वीडियो अपलोड करेंगे तो वहाँ पे भी आप देख सकते हैं।
But it wasn't perfect. We saw some complaints about the back design, such as a lot of fingerprint when fans aren't using the case.
बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त फिनिश लाइन है इसकी, आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं, जिसमें पोको जो है आपका बहुत ही क्लियर आपको नज़र आएगा
A dual texture in the back. On the sides, it has
और ड्यूल टेक्सचर हमारे पास बॉडी है, इसमें दो डिज़ाइंस आपको मिलेंगे।
But not only that, we also added 3 new colors. We have
और बहुत ही खूबसूरत हमारे इसके अंदर 3 कलर्स लॉन्च हुए हैं
and metal bronze. All 3 colors are new and refined.
और ये तीनों कलर्स ही न्यू हैं, पहले हमें किसी मोबाइल के अंदर देखने को नहीं मिले ये कलर पोको के।
My favorite is actually the Phantom Black. It has a touch of purple to it under the light, but the blue and metal bronze is pretty awesome looking too. Very eye-catching. Let us know which color you like in the comments below. We've talked about the back
आप भी
design.
का भी जो फेवरेट कलर है वो मुझे कमेंट में ज़रूर बताएं।
Look at the front display. For our Poco X3 Pro display, we kept the 6.67 dot display, keeping it super immersive. We still have that tiny, tiny dot at the top, same size as the previous iteration at the Poco X3. It's still
यहाँ पे आपको 120 हर्ट्ज फ्लैगशिप लेवल डिस्प्ले मिलता है, साथ में 240 हर्ट्ज का टच स्मूथ रेट मिलता है जो गेमिंग में आपको बहुत ही मज़ा कराने वाला है।
Still great for gaming and daily usage when you're scrolling through Instagram or Twitter. And Poco X3 Pro still kept the dynamic switch, an awesome smart tech that helps save battery by automatically adjusting each content you view to its most optimized frame rate. I personally thought this was one of the smartest features on the Poco X3 NFC. Overall, Poco X3 Pro still has an amazing screen. But
और पोको X3 की जो स्क्रीन है फ्रेंड्स वो भी बहुत अमेजिंग और बहुत नेक्स्ट लेवल की है और सबसे जो फिट फीचर है इसके अंदर वो है इसका गोरिल्ला ग्लास 6,
for those
जिससे छोटे मोटे स्क्रैचेस जो हैं वो आपके मोबाइल पर बिल्कुल नहीं पड़ने वाले।
it is the level between Corning Gorilla Glass 5 and the latest Victus. To clarify, Corning Gorilla Glass 6 is a true flagship feature.
तो जैसे आप देखें कि हमें S21 अल्ट्रा के अंदर S20 अल्ट्रा के अंदर यहाँ पर मिलता है गोरिल्ला ग्लास 6, तो यहाँ पर आपको पोको X3 प्रो के अंदर भी गोरिल्ला ग्लास 6 की प्रोटेक्शन मिलेगी।
Poco X3 Pro's design, we have 3 new colors: Phantom Black, Frost Blue, and Metal Bronze. All 3 looks really good. Anti-fingerprint sides to keep it more clean. A massive 6.67 inches dot display that has 120 Hz refresh rate and 240 Hz touch sampling rate,
वाह।
protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass 6.
अब फ्रेंड्स इसकी जो प्राइस है वो यहाँ पे हमें कई लोगों ने बताई है और आप भी गेस करें, और मुझे तो लग रहा है कि ये 50-60 हज़ार रुपये प्राइस होने वाली है इसकी।
We have upgraded Poco X3 Pro to not only offer exactly what you need, but more performance, more creative, and more design. But we did keep some of the great features from Poco X3 NFC. The dual speaker setup with the
तो
Poco
फ्रेंड्स
X3
यहाँ पे
Pro.
बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त हमें इसके स्पीकर मिल रहे हैं, ड्यूल स्पीकर हैं, हमने आगे अपनी वीडियो के अंदर भी आपको दिखाएंगे। अभी कुछ ही देर में हम इसकी वीडियो भी लाइव
But
करेंगे,
again, it's great audio
अनबॉक्सिंग वीडियो।
because it was actually tested by the DxOMark audio. For our X3 NFC speakers, we were able to get a DxOMark audio score of 63. Now that
Wow.
may not seem super impressive just by itself. But what about this? If we take a look at some of the flagships from last year and also test it for DxOMark audio, the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G scored a 68.
तो यहाँ Note 20 अल्ट्रा के बारे के साथ कंपैरिजन करके दिखाया जा रहा है हमें।
Just a little bit about Poco X3 NFC. But look at the NFC and headphone jack.
और साथ में हमें जो हेडफोन जैक है वो भी इसमें मिल रहा है, जो कि बहुत ज़बरदस्त है। मैंने अक्सर माइक वगैरह यूज़ करना होता है तो Note 20 अल्ट्रा वगैरह पे माइक नहीं लगता,
Poco X3 Pro has it all.
तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी होता है जी।
We kept some great features from the Poco X3 NFC. Big battery of 5160 mAh with
33 watt fast charging,
120 Hz refresh rate and 240 Hz touch sampling rate on the 6.67 inches dot display. Dual speakers, Z-axis linear motor, NFC.
और बहुत ज़बरदस्त इसके अंदर वाइब्रेटिंग मोटर है, वो भी हमने अपने वीडियो में दिखाई है। नेक्स्ट आप हमारी अनबॉक्सिंग वीडियो ज़रूर देखिएगा।
And when it comes to more,
अयान फैसल, थैंक यू, आपने हमें ज्वाइन किया।
860 leading 4G processor, up to 8 GB of RAM, up to 256 GB of internal storage of UFS 3.1, Corning Gorilla Glass 6,
कॉर्निंग
quad camera with more software features. This is exactly what you need and more. So now, let's have a look at the Poco X3 Pro.
चलें जी, देखते हैं जी अब पोको X3 Pro का एड फाइनली।
Right, because I believe the board is
लें जी, अब आ रही है बारी प्राइस की, जिसके बारे में हमें बहुत इंतज़ार है।
But let's do a comparison first.
आप लोग अपना गेस जो है वो कमेंट करें यहाँ पे हमारे साथ, देखते हैं क्या होती है जी।
Flagship 860 processor, big screen with high refresh rate and touch sampling rate, huge 5160 mAh battery and 33 watt fast charger. The price is roughly starting at 60,000 rupees and more.
यस,
But let's not just compare it to others. There is an old saying, it only matters when you've outdone yourself. So let's take a look at our previous generations with a massive processor upgrade, RAM upgrade, and
तो देखते हैं जी क्या प्राइस होती है जी पोको X3 Pro की। यहाँ पे पोको X3 जो था वो हमारे पास 42,000 रुपीज़ में था, अब 40,000 में अवेलेबल है मार्केट में तकरीबन। तो उस हिसाब से यहाँ पे हमें 50,000 आई थिंक प्राइस देखने को मिलेगी, या 60।
an early bird of 40,999 rupees, which at the time I believe shocked many fans. I was shocked myself. With the Poco X3 Pro for our base variant, the 6GB plus 128GB storage option, we have an amazing price of 41,999
बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त हमारे पास प्राइस आई थी, 41,999 रुपीज़।
or maybe even said, what? But actually, we're not done. We've always got that early bird. 41,999 rupees? Initially, this was the early bird price. But remember, we had a shocking achievement of 4 million Poco X3 NFC shipped in just 7 months. We want to thank our fans, so we tweaked the early bird price.
तो फ्रेंड्स, जहाँ पे आप इसको अभी अगर फ़ौरन लेते हैं, नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिए गए लिंक से, तो ये आपको 39,999 रुपीज़ में मिलेगा।
Spending like crazy right now because I was hyped myself when I heard that we were able to do this. than the retail price and the early bird price compared to previous generation. Can you see how amazing and crazy this
वाओ,
pricing was?
तो बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त ऑफ़र है जी,
High-end grade
इसको आप ज़रूर अवेल कीजिएगा।
256 GB of storage. We have an amazing price of 47,900.
तो यहाँ पे जी हमारे पास बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त इसकी अमेजिंग डिवाइस है।
Truly,
प्राइस 47,999 में ये आपको ऑफलाइन मार्केट में देखने को मिलेगा।
see our early bird pricing or even the retail pricing. We beat our competitors in most of the features and we are almost half the price. This is how we do it at Poco. Now the Poco
फ्रेंड्स, आज अवेलेबल होगा ये
partners.
मार्केट के अंदर ऑनलाइन स्टोर के ऊपर, और बाकी हमारे पास ये हमें ऑफलाइन मार्केट में भी देखने को मिल जाएगा कल से।
Will also be available nationwide from tomorrow onwards with the support of all our offline distributors, A-Link, SmartLink, Texera, and PhoneZone. We will also be offering a free of charge one screen replacement.
वाओ फ्रेंड्स, बहुत ही अमेजिंग हमारे पास एक न्यू ऑफर है कि आप फ्री चेंज करवा सकते हैं 6 मंथ के अंदर स्क्रीन एक बार।
Poco X3 Pro Edition starting at 39,999 rupees.
तो ये फ्रेंड्स हमारे पास बहुत ही अमेजिंग इसकी प्राइसेस हैं।
47,999 rupees for the 8 GB variant. Flagship 4G performance with awesome features and a crazy price. Exactly what you need and more. Now, I know these questions are happening right now on the screen and has been happening on social media as well. Poco here is a fan and it's here. We understand how important F-Series is for our fans. F-Series started the journey, the series that caught the eyes and attention of fans and media in the industry, disrupted the market and established what we're doing here at Poco is very important. Today, we will be launching the latest F-Series.
ले फ्रेंड्स, तो यहाँ पे एफ सीरीज भी लॉन्च कर दी गई है, पोको F3।
What the Poco F3 is. Poco F3, the real beast. Let's get started. Let's talk about
फ्रेंड्स यहाँ आसान हो रही है। तो
allowing
फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे अब पोको
a
F3 के बारे में ये बता रहे हैं।
But not only performance, the Snapdragon 870 is great at when it comes to AI processing. The F3 can reach 15 trillion operations per second. It's expected from a flagship system on chip, taking and editing photos, videos with ease and making your overall experience just so much smoother. Then
तो
the
यहाँ
question
पे
is,
आप
how
इसका
great
स्कोर देख सकते हैं Qualcomm
Poco
Snapdragon
F3
870 के साथ।
benchmark. It scored a super high score of 640
तो ये सबसे हाईएस्ट स्कोर है आई थिंक।
true flagship system on chip, a real beast. Compared to last year's Snapdragon 865 score that we got in Poco F2 Pro, it has quite an improvement over the flagship processor of the last year. 50,000 points in difference. So, to sum it all up, the Snapdragon 870 in the Poco F3 is one of the best processors in the industry right now, offering beast speed. But we're not done just yet. Now, to pair with such an awesome processor, we had to also match up to the RAM and ROM technology with up to 256 GB of UFS 3.1 and up to 8 GB of LPDDR5 RAM, offering beast ROM and RAM. And when it comes to connectivity, the Poco F3 is also 5G ready, up to 23x faster speed compared to 4G,
वाओ,
and also compatible with 11 different network bands. It supports Wi-Fi 6, which is 2.7x
तो यहाँ पे
faster
आपको
than
वाईफाई
Wi-Fi
6
5.
मिलता है जो कि 2.7x फास्टर है जी प्रीवियस वाईफाई से।
Connection is super fast. No lag during gaming, no buffering for videos, beast speed only. Now, this is Poco F3, the real beast performance. Snapdragon 870, which features a 3.2 GHz prime chord speed, one of the best processors in the industry. Flagship ROM and RAM, 5G and Wi-Fi 6 ready. Now, we talked about how beast Poco F3's performance is. I think many people may be asking, what about display? I can tell you with all the confidence in the world, we have a real beast display. Fans out there, you won't be disappointed. What we had to make sure was
तो यहाँ पे जी आपको 6.67 इंच की स्क्रीन मिलती है।
screen size, 6.67 inches, comfortable for daily viewing and any sort of gaming or content watching. Then we decided to go with a flat screen. Now, as some of Poco fans know, I am a gamer, and as a gamer, I actually can't stand missed touches. And with a flat screen, the chances of mistouching an edge is close to none.
अभी F3 की प्राइस हमें पता नहीं चली, आप थोड़े हमारे साथ देखते हैं, अभी हम इसकी प्राइस आपको बताएंगे।
Dot display. It was a decision made by how many fans appreciated and enjoyed the viewing experience from XD NFC. How small the dot was. Well, for Poco F3, we took it to the next level. The Poco F3 has a 2.76mm dot display. Super small. If we take the Samsung Galaxy S21's dot display, for an example, it has a size of 3.61mm. Our 2.76mm tiny dot is industry-leading tiny dot, making sure it's as immersive as it gets. Now, we talked about how big and immersive the screen is. Our screen is also the Poco F3 6.67 inches screen is indeed AMOLED.
तो यहाँ पे जी पोको F3 के अंदर आपको मिलती है एमोलेड डिस्प्ले।
It has been all over the media, and we heard you, but not just any AMOLED. It's an E4 AMOLED.
तो फ्रेंड्स ये कुछ न्यू तरह की एमोलेड आई है हमारे पास, E4 एमोलेड
Flagship level.
फ्लैगशिप लेवल का ये एमोलेड स्क्रीन है जी।
For
तो यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं जी 1300 नेट्स हैं जी हमारे पास इस स्क्रीन के अंदर।
and high brightness level at 900. So the colors will be bright and vibrant even under the sun. And compared to last generation separate material, E3, E4 actually uses 15% less power, which helps conserve battery in general. A true piece display. It also supports true color, which is tuning the color of your content to the most realistic accuracy.
यहाँ पे आप इसके कलर्स देख सकते हैं, बहुत ही ट्रू कलर्स हैं जी हमारे पास।
Lots of content. For me, I love documentaries like Planet Earth, and watching it on the screen brings everything to life. And as a beast flagship display, it also has HDR10 plus.
क्रिस्टल क्लियर क्लियरिटी यहाँ पर आपको मिलेगी फ्रेंड्स।
For all their content. Let's take a look at the effects. If you take a look at the comparison, you can see that with HDR10 plus, the video quality is even more vibrant and clear. It optimizes each frame to the best brightness possible, even the parts of the video where it's dark. NEMC, this is an awesome feature. Let's demonstrate it. What NEMC does is intelligently analyze video as you watch, creates additional frames to give you a smooth clip. The video better than you would have had without. It's amazing staring at your screen. During different environments, we have true display technology to ensure not just the brightness we are adjusting, but also the color warmth on your screen. Honestly, when I use my phone all day and all night, which I do a lot, I really appreciate this feature. Less stress on my eyes. With all of these features, the Poco F3 display is not only just flagship level, it's really one of the best displays in the industry. With a 6.67 inches flat display, featuring a dot display design, 2.76 millimeter tiny dot.
बहुत ही कम यहाँ पे में इसका फ्रंट डॉट जो है वो मिलता है, जो कि हमारा इसका सेल्फी कैमरा है, और बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त हमारे पास F4 इसमें AMOLED डिस्प्ले आपको मिलता है, और द रियल बीस्ट गेमिंग इसमें आप कर सकते हैं। और यहाँ पर आपको वही रिफ्रेश रेट 120 हर्ट्ज मिलता है, जो कि हमारे पास पोको X3 Pro के अंदर है। तो यहाँ पे जी हमें बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त इसका टच सैम्पलिंग रेट मिलता है, जो कि हमारे पास 360 हर्ट्ज इसमें आपका पास टच सैम्पलिंग रेट है।
Now, 360 Hz is one of the industry's highest touch sampling rate, and it's crucial feature for the gamers out there. With this, you can stay one step ahead among your enemies or friends in your gaming. To give you a reference of how good 360 Hz is, we can simplify like this. 120 Hz to 180 Hz are usually in the average entry mid-range smartphones. Hitting 240 Hz, there are some flagships and performance phones out there. But 300 plus, you're reaching a whole new level now. Let's take a look at the comparison against one of the flagship devices on the market, S21, which features a 240 Hz touch sampling rate. And for our beast gamers, we also have Game Turbo 4.0.
तो यहाँ पे मिलती है जिसमें गेम टर्बो भी,
which has an awesome advanced CPU tuner that allows you to tweak in-game settings in one place. two speakers set on the Poco F3.
यहाँ पे भी हमें पोको F3 के अंदर भी ड्यूल स्पीकर मिलते हैं।
Honestly, I've used a single speaker phone for a while, and when you're reading it horizontally, you would sometimes block the speaker, and the sound is just gone. Very irritating. But with the dual speakers, you're getting a louder audio, and it's less likely for you to block both speakers. But these speakers is special. It's got Dolby Atmos.
तो यहाँ पे जी हमें डॉल्बी एटमॉस मिलता है, जिसमें मतलब आपके पास 3D साउंड है जी, हर तरफ से आपको साउंड मिलेगा अगर आप फ़ोन यूज़ करेंगे।
Other than Dolby Atmos, we have high resolution audio and high resolution audio wireless that works in harmony with our new speakers. This is a real beast audio. And lastly, we can't forget the feel of the phone.
तो यहाँ पे भी आप इसकी वाइब्रेटिंग मोटर देख सकते हैं।
How it feels when you click each button. For a lot of influencers and tech enthusiasts, this is one of the features that can immediately separate a good phone and an average phone. By using the X-axis linear motor, you get that helps you optimize traffic with ease. New speakers that is working alongside with Dolby Atmos and high resolution audio in high resolution audio files. X-axis linear motor, a flagship feedback hardware that makes the whole experience just so complete. This is Poco F3's Peace gaming experience. We talked about how fast the Poco F3 really is, how powerful, how smooth, but how beautiful. Let's talk about the real beast design, because I can tell you for certain there is beauty in this piece. Let's take a quick peek. Let's start off with these two classy colors. Simply
तो फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं बहुत ही खूबसूरत कलर्स हैं हमारे पास। पहला कलर है हमारे पास नाइट ब्लैक कलर।
This elegant black is so stealth. It's as if it's ready to hunt you in the night. Absolutely gorgeous. Then we have the Poco F3 in Arctic white.
और यहाँ पे hमारे पास है जी आर्टिक वाइट कलर, बहुत ही खूबसूरत।
Now, personally, I've always been a fan of darker color phones, but this white is special.
तो बहुत ही स्पेशल ये वाइट कलर है जी।
A different beast. Unleash the Kraken. Now, when we first came up with this color design, we imagined it as a beast from the ocean. Let's take a look.
वो
This is Poco F3.
डीप ओशन ब्लू कलर है, बहुत ही प्यारा। इस पे हमारे पास पोको लिखा हुआ है।
The great blue beast. Now this blue Marona, we pushed our ID design to the limit. It's not just one blue, it's three different blue altogether, and with different tones and design.
देखिए जी 3 डिफरेंट इसमें टोन्स हैं, बहुत ही खूबसूरत। हमारे पास ब्लू कलर है इसका।
I've ever seen. Elegant, different, powerful. Let us know in the comments which one do you think.
आप भी कमेंट में बताइए कि आपको कौन सा कलर पसंद आया है।
Beautiful. We also considered how it feels, how it weighs. For the Poco F3, it's super thin, only
आप देख सकते हैं 7.8 mm सिर्फ ये थिन है और बहुत ही कम।
ever. And it
और इसका जो वेट है वो भी 196 ग्राम है, बहुत ही कम, बहुत ही लाइटर वेट है और बहुत ही स्लिम है।
comfortable to hold. But what actually makes our piece even more impressive, we managed to put in a huge battery of 4,520 mAh with the Poco F3, which can last for 2 days of use.
और यहाँ पे जी हमें 4520 mAh की बहुत ही बड़ी बैटरी मिलती है।
A 120 Hz refresh rate with AMOLED and a thin design. design, and now a big battery to support it to last usage for 2 days on a single charge. Impressive, right? So the beast is light yet powerful. 7.8 millimeters in with a big battery of 4,520 mAh. One of the few devices on the market that is this thin with a battery this size. Beast design and build. More than 520 mAh gives you 10 gaming.
तो यहाँ पे आपको 10 आवर्स तक गेमिंग्स देंगे आप 14 आवर्स तक वीडियोस आप इस पर देख सकते हैं
23 hours of phone calls.
और 23 आवर्स तक इसमें नॉन स्टॉप अपने कॉल्स कर सकते हैं। साथ में आपको मिलती है 33 वॉट का फास्ट चार्जिंग
Which only takes 52 minutes to 100%. That's less than an hour and you will be good to go. Of course, we do include a 33 watt in-box charger as well. On the side, we have further defined a side fingerprint sensor.
और साइड पे आपको मिलता है जी माउंटेड फिंगरप्रिंट स्कैनर
And made this more seamless. Made it more elegant and clean. Some of the next piece designs, we've got 3 beastly colors.
अब जल्दी से जी प्राइस बता दें, बहुत हम वेट कर रहे हैं
Arctic white,
और बहुत ही एक्साइटेड हैं प्राइस के बारे में।
deep ocean blue.
और फ्रेंड्स आप गेस करें कि क्या प्राइस होने वाली है जी इसकी।
Match any style. Only 7.8 millimeters thin and 196 grams. Built with a big 4,520 mAh battery that supports 33 watt fast charging. Very few in the market. Corning Gorilla does fight to have a sturdy build all around. A new refined side fingerprint sensor. This is Poco M3's real piece design. And let's get on with the camera. We have a triple camera setup on the Poco M3. A 48 megapixel main camera. 8 megapixel ultra wide that supports 190-degree ultra wide field of vision. And my favorite, a telephoto camera that has an autofocus between the discs so captured the light reflection of the metal perfectly. As our model is holding the light stick on the right side, you can see that the ratio of the light bounced off the metal on the right side is brighter than the left. Details are sharp with the Poco F3. Then we also have a night mode shot.
तो यहाँ पोको F3 के अंदर में भी आपके पास नाइट मोड शॉट्स हैं, आप चेक कर सकते हैं। बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त सी पिक्चर है जो कि आप नाइट मोड यूज़ करके ले सकते हैं।
On the photo. Very cool shot. Then we have ultra wide.
और उसके अलावा आपके पास अल्ट्रा वाइड है जी।
When you're at a distance and trying to capture something very large, turn on that ultra wide to capture the full picture. Now, my favorite, steady macro shot. Now, at first, you may think this is a glass globe with binary numbers design on it, but actually, we placed a transparent glass marble ball on a glass surface and shot the reflection on the display in the back. Super creative.
यहाँ पे है जी हमारे पास मैक्रो लेंस, इसमें जैसे आप बहुत ही क्लियर पिक्चर ले सकते हैं, बहुत ही करीब से चीज़ों की।
Easy setup and can be shot at home. But not just our maintenance can get creative. In video, we've got some features that you can get to become a content creating beast. We have 6 new video modes.
तो यहाँ पे 6 मोड्स हैं इनके पास न्यू।
One click video modes because you can just turn on the function and click record. It will automatically edit your content and make this effect. Super easy. Let's take a look at montage of all 6 models.
तो वन बाय वन हम देखते हैं जी। पहले है हमारे पास नाइट टाइम लैब्स, और ये है जी मैजिक जूम, पैरेलल वर्ल्ड है जी। उसके बाद हमारे पास स्लो शटर है जी। और साथ है जी हमारे पास टाइम फ्रीज, शॉट ऑन पोको F3। ये सब शॉट्स जो हैं वो पोको F3 से लिए गए हैं, और आप भी पोको F3 लेके ये सब कुछ कर सकते हैं।
We have something that is very cool, a dedicated microphone in the back that works alongside with your video recording.
और यहाँ पे बैक में हमारे पास एक माइक्रोफोन है जो कि वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए बहुत ज़बरदस्त होता है। और यहाँ पर ऑडियो जूम भी है हमारे पास, जिसमें प्रो ऑडियो फॉर यूज़ कर सकते हैं आप वीडियोस के लिए।
And capture sound from a distance. Honestly, very mind-blowing that we can make this feature in smartphone. Let's see a sample of it.
चलें जी, जूम ऑडियो का हम सैंपल देख रहे हैं जिस टाइम। तो जिस तरह वीडियो जूम हो रही है तो साउंड जो है वो भी उस तरह हमारे करीब आ रहा है।
This is the real beast camera. With an AI triple camera powered by Snapdragon 870, including playback to at 190-degree ultra wide, and the easy one-click video mode. That allows you to be super creative. Audio zoom supported by the dedicated microphone in the back. This is the Poco F3 real beast camera. Let's recap everything we've gone through so far.
तो चलें जी, एक बार फिर हम नज़र डालते हैं सारे फीचर्स के ऊपर।
Read speed LPDDR5 plus UFS 3.1, flagship RAM and phone setup, 5G ready, and also have Wi-Fi 6, giving you the best connectivity. A 6.67 inches dot display featuring E4 AMOLED, one of the latest and best AMOLED technology on the market, which also supports 120 Hz refresh rate and 360 Hz touch sampling rate, giving you the smoothest gaming experience. X-axis linear motor for crisp feedback, Dolby Atmos 2 speakers, offering an immersive stereo experience. A 48 megapixel main camera that features a ton of software features. Audio zoom with a dedicated microphone. Then, powering all of this is a 4520 mAh that supports 33-watt fast charging. All of this in a 7.8mm thin device. Poco F3, the real beast. Let's take a look at this incredible device.
वाओ! तो फ्रेंड्स, ये है पोको F3 Pro, पोको F3। The real beast.
Now, the part that you've been waiting for.
जी जनाब, अब आगे जी प्राइस के बारे में, जिसका हम सबको वेट था। तो आइडिया बताएं जी कि कितनी हो सकती है जी इसकी प्राइस। मेरे हिसाब से तकरीबन 80,000 के करीब होगी इसकी प्राइस।
Better processor, better display,
तो गेस बताएं जी कमेंट में कि क्या होगी जी प्राइस 6 128 GB स्टोरेज के साथ।
57,999
वाह,
rupees for all those features.
बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त हमारे पास प्राइस है जी,
It
57,999 रुपीज़।
starts at 55,999 rupees.
और स्टार्टिंग प्राइस जो है वो आप इसमें 56,000 रुपीज़ में ले सकते हैं
For
इसको,
our highest variant,
नीचे लिंक
for
पे
the
क्लिक
8
करके।
GB plus 256 GB storage option.
और 8 to 56 GB स्टोरेज वाला जो है हमारे
Great
पास,
retail price of
और वो सिर्फ हमारे
65,999
पास
rupees.
65,999 के
Now,
अंदर।
let's come back to this chart. With our specification, we are priced at less than half of our competitors' prices. Absolutely insane value. Performance to value ratio is off the charts. Now, the Poco F3 will be available from the second week of April.
तो लें फ्रेंड्स, 2 अप्रैल को आप इसको ले सकते हैं इन ऑनलाइन पार्टनर और ऑफलाइन पार्टनर से।
OLX and air card. And the 8 GB plus 256 GB variants will also be available nationwide from the second week of April with the support of all our offline distributors, Airlink, SmartLink, Texera, and
फोन
PhoneZone. For the Poco F3, you will still have that free of charge one screen replacement within 6 months. So the Poco F3, the real beast, can be taken for just 55,999 rupees for the 6 GB variant, and for the 8 GB variant, 65,999 rupees. Flagship processor, flagship display, flagship experience. It's got it all. This is a flagship lineup today. The Poco F3 and Poco F3 Pro. 4G flagship and 5G flagship. Both awesome devices with amazing value.
तो चेक करें फ्रेंड्स, बहुत ही अमेजिंग हमारे पास प्राइसेस हैं। एवरीथिंग यू नीड एंड नथिंग यू डोंट।
This is all from my side today, but we are not ending it right there. We have 2 more engaging activities. So let's begin the gaming competition.
तो चलें जी, गेमिंग कंपटीशन है जी हमारे पास यहाँ पे आप लोगों के लिए।
Poco fan team. And to introduce them, I would like to call Mr. Khalid up on stage.
Right. Thank you, Arthur, telling us more about these remarkable devices, and I'm sure now more than ever you are intrigued to find out more about these phones. Poco aims to bring together revolution in technology and excels in giving consumers the ultimate experience with innovations that truly matter. The Poco F3 is the real beast with its powerful performance power embedded with a flagship display design and immersive entertainment. Poco X3 Pro is exactly what you need and more. This phone has more speed with upgraded ultra-fast performance and will definitely lead you in all. Alright, let's move on to the fun part of the evening. I want to invite the All-Star team on stage one by one. Put your hands together for Mighty Bucks, better known as Mass Tech. Sagamela, better known as Lucky Pie. And of the Metal Gaming fame, Adi Ehmed. Last but not least, quite a rock star, Aslan Ash. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. With that, all our virtual viewers get ready for what is said to be a power-packed gaming session with our All-Star gaming team. Comment now and be in the running to win some exciting prizes. You guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let's go!
तो फ्रेंड्स, ये था जी पोको का गेमिंग और पोको X3 और पोको F3 की लॉन्च इवेंट, और वीडियो हम अभी उसकी पब्लिश कर रहे हैं पोको X3 प्रो की, तो आप ज़रूर देखिएगा। और अगर आपका कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो आप पूछ सकते हैं।